I've watched another one of these videos from Millie, um, and I find these videos pretty good. She's quite good at what she does, I have to say. But
Millie Weaver reporting for Infowars.com. We're here in Columbia, Missouri, where Donald Trump is holding another Trump rally. And there's something really amazing and staggering about this Trump rally here. As you can see, the massive lines of vehicles on the highway and freeway. This event has actually overflowed to where people are having to park alongside the highways in order to even be able to walk to this event, which is still a 3-mile walk. The people walking from their vehicles that are literally just parked alongside the highway. And over here you can see as well, people are just flooding the area. We also have the massive volume of Trump supporters. What do you think about the fact?
I mean, just look at these people. I don't mean to sound like, you know, people would equate it to like, oh, you're laughing at retarded people, but, you know, the way it's portrayed is that you're not even really allowed to have pity on them, or to have like a sympathy, because they'll say that you're patronising them. And I mean, really the way that this works is that these people they've been infantilized. They don't realise that they've been turned into a living meme, as Mac would say it. We've been turned into a complete and utter joke for the purposes of being laughed at. But these people are actually the ones who incite, while they believe that it's the complete opposite way around. There's one particular part of this video that I wanted to highlight. We'll see if it comes up.
That there are many LGBT members.
I mean, this guy clearly needs a psychiatric evaluation. Not to say that he's dangerous or a criminal, but you know, he obviously has some kind of profound illness affecting his very identity.
That are Trump supporters.
Nah, I'm not commenting, sorry.
Yeah, and this is because everything outside of what they hear on CNN is alien to them. They are, to use the recent meme, NPCs. If they haven't heard the way to counter an argument, they can't do it.
No? Okay.
They're not real media. You don't have to talk to them.
Yeah, see, this is it. This is exactly it. Now, I mean, you only need to look at her eyes while she's saying this.
Yeah.
Look, crazy eyes. This is the tyrant. This is when Max talks about the good intentions. She's acting on her good intentions, but is inadvertently imposing tyranny on all of these people.
You don't have to talk to them.
What?
The reason they are like they are is because of these types of people who have made them into it.
You don't have to talk to them.
What do you think he's doing that's dividing people? Like, and how is that dividing people?
He is. Oh.
Well, see, and it's the portrayal of exasperation and sighing and but it's an act. It really is an act. They don't actually know what it is that they're fighting against, but they know how to portray themselves in order to accomplish it.
What I think that he is just. I can't right now how I think. He is just making people upset at each other.
People are actually being shot up in churches.
I don't understand how these ladies get caught up with the others. With the others, you look at them and you can clearly see that they're unhinged. But these two just look like I want to say opinionated. You know, they have conviction, but they're led astray. And I don't really understand how they can position themselves next to the lunatics and not realise something.
And in mosques and in synagogues, and people are being abused and just treated like second class. And so when it comes to that, I think that's when there's a problem.
I think both sides of the political aisle would agree that the shootings that happened at the Pittsburgh synagogue and some of these instances are equally vile and horrible. I don't think that that's really a one-sided issue here.
I mean, you can see she's listening to Millie. She's interested in the spirit of debate, whereas the others are just full-blown programs. When Millie talks to them, they probably just hear like white noise.
What I'm getting at here is typically those are acts of extremism, but overall you see these Trump supporters out here, these are your everyday people that they don't want to see people die or get shot or get killed, and they just want to, most of them just want to improve the economy. That's why they're typically supporting Trump. I mean, do you think that it's fair?
At the same time, the arrogance is, and you can tell by this wink that she gives.
Economy. That's why they're typically supporting Trump. I mean, do you think that it's fair? Do you think it's fair?
You can't make a broad generalization of.
Oh, I missed it, but yeah, she winks at the other lady. It's one of those things like, yeah, don't worry, I'm going to talk to her. I'm not really, we're the winners here, and we're going to humour Millie. That's what that wink was.
About what all these supporters are here for one particular issue. That would be not intellectually honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you guys think that some of these people are making broad generalizations about the Trump supporters, and that's why they're protesting?
Yes, but I can't possibly say that, because it will give my entire game away.
I can only speak for myself. I don't think that it's wise to speak for others. And for myself, what I'm here to do is stand and hold space for the marginalized.
She realised she contradicted herself halfway through that sentence. I mean, this is why I like to watch these videos, because I love to watch their facial reactions. They tell you everything that you need to know. Halfway through this sentence, she realises that she contradicted herself, but she carried on anyway, because to save face she had to.
I'm here to do is stand and hold space for the marginalized and downtrodden in our spaces. For me, this isn't about anybody else except for the people that aren't being represented. So that's what I'm speaking to.
You don't have to keep talking to them if you don't want to.
See, these are the people who have done it. It's these are the ones that have fucked everything. You know, although they are wrong, okay, they're having a civil conversation with Millie, and then this fucking idiot comes along with the good intentions. I'm just gonna say it. It's the motherly aspect, and you don't have to talk to them if you don't want to. Well, they are talking to Millie, so clearly they do want to. But the rhetoric is that Millie's some kind of she's here to harass the poor oppressed protesters have been harassed by Millie, and you don't have to talk to them. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Like they don't have any kind of agency in making a decision like that without this fucking idiot telling them.
Okay, so
See, and this smile is a fake smile. What she probably really wants to say is, well, I'm an adult and I'll make my own decisions, thanks. But because they have to have this illusion of solidarity, she's going to give this awkward smile, and she's going to have to return the smile. But really she's thinking, yeah, just go away.
okay, so was that like a innuendo to stop talking to us?
I think it's just a reminder. I think they're being...
Whoa!
That's assault. That's assault.
Okay, you can't, no contact.
That is assault.
No contact.
That's assault.
Officer!
I mean, a lot of these they're the hippies from the previous era. They never grew up, really, in regards to understanding how the world actually works. They live inside of this permanent childlike state, and in one of my previous videos I mentioned where they take inspiration from the anarchists. This is where it's all caught up in the civil rights downward spiral of leftism into madness. And like I say, they, in their head, they genuinely think that we can just remove all the laws and everybody will sing Kumbaya around the fire. But while they believe this, they're completely insane.
She just slammed her sign into him.
Yeah, she obviously, you know, these people are extremely violent. Although part of their pretense is that they're the loving and kind ones, so they couldn't ever possibly be accused of being violent and hateful, hence all of these signs that they hold up. But in fact they are, because of this backwards reality we live in. And you can tell by the look on this one's face that when the cameraman accuses her of assaulting her with the sign, she basically doesn't give a shit.
She just slammed her sign into him.
She's almost happy, as if to say, well, that's allowed, because you're evil Nazis and we're justified in all of our abuse on you.
Back off. What about verbal?
Little Hitler? How about physical assault? You just physically assaulted me. Go ahead and describe it.
I tripped.
Yeah, no, you did not. You ran up into my cameraman and slammed your sign into his face.
Safe distance. Safe distance.
That's not okay, man. That's assault.
It's kind of ironic.
The real reason that they say you shouldn't talk to InfoWars is because InfoWars are good at what they do. And these people, when they're pushed even a tiny little bit, they respond with childlike, petulant rage. And that's the real reason why you can't talk to them. It's not because InfoWars are evil Nazis. In fact, it's almost like the opposite, where you can't talk to these people because if you attempt to talk to them, you will quickly find out how intolerant they actually are.
That's assault.
Home here and you assaulted me.
Yeah.
It's ironic.
We actually have like we have these new unwritten laws in England that the police enforce at these type of events, where the left and the right are not allowed to mingle anymore, because if the right wing even show a little bit of their real views in front of these people go fucking nuts and cause violence, and it's blamed on the other side, but it's these people.
I'm sorry? It's ironic that you assaulted me holding that sign.
And you don't call what you are doing assault.
How is this assault? How is what we're doing assault?
Don't talk to them. Don't talk to them. Don't talk.
Don't talk to them, because you can't be trusted to talk to anybody, because you cannot do it. And that's probably the anarchist sign there. You know, I don't mean to sound big-headed, but I am right about this shit.
Talk to them. Don't.
Okay. She claimed that what we're doing out here by talking to people somehow is assault, so therefore she can assault us.
Hey guys, remember everyone has freedom of speech, so it's not getting up everybody's...
Yeah. That was a nothing statement. You are just there to make sure that no one treads on each other's toes in regards to let's never resolve anything.
Space, okay?
We don't run around like Antifa with the little arms and then go back home into mommy's basement. And put on the black uniform and the black helmet. Oh, it's so disappointing when those helmets fall off and you look at this weak little face, isn't it? And they hit people with clubs, you know, they hit them again and again. Oh, they're so lucky with nice. Oh, they're so lucky. Then they go back home and they get yelled at by mom and dad.
Yeah. It's funny, Trump does actually hit it on the head exactly how it needs to be said. But yeah, that's enough of that.